All right, part 2, and we are going into our first Murray mission. Now, there's a couple bit of things in this video that I am going to talk about that are Piranha related. One being because everybody's been asking me about what I think about Nuxia and whether or not she's S tier in Duels. I'll be discussing that. I'm interjecting in here for one reason only. And that only reason can be that this is future Ian telling you that past Ian gets distracted again. On the side note, I got a neat candle. And I'll be discussing the balance changes that are coming Thursday. Now, by the time y'all are seeing this video, these changes will have already dropped. So, this will kind of... it'll be kind of interesting to see how I feel about these changes. But, as this is being recorded on a Saturday, a couple days prior. But the first thing I want to talk about is Nuxia in S tier. Now, it's because of a tool list. Wow. Hold on. Throw something at that guard. Then jump up there and pick him up with the circle button. There we go. So it's because of a dual tier list that was made. I can't remember who. I think it's like by Havoc or somebody, and then somebody else. I think it was like the top duelist. Havoc and... I don't remember the guy's name, the top duelist. And he put Nuxia in S tier. And people are like, Ian, you got a rep 70 Nuxia, so you put your hat in the ring. The issue is, I'm going to say this right now. I am a 4v4s player. So, I'm not going to have the experience of duels. Like, there are duels that happen in 4v4, but I don't play the duels mode. Get that. Ow. So, my experience in duels... My bad, y'all, trying to focus. My experience in duels is very lacking. So, majority of my thoughts on this is going to be from when I fight her in 1v1s in a 4v4 mode. And I'm going to assume, just for the sake of clarity, this is going to be without feats, perks, or whatever. And her being in S tier. Now, at a very top level,
I've constructed a plan to get at the clockwork tail feathers.
I can see why they would think she is S tier. She has her heavies, which can be delayed. They can be taken into the trap. You got to make a read between them. The traps are unreactable. You have unreactable lights. On paper, everything that she needs. And to give Nuxia credit, when you put her in that role in 1v1, she dominates. It's just the issue of the of the trap mechanic being so janky. Now,
trust me, it's all part of the plan.
There you go. We'll get the other stuff out of the way. Now I can see why they would put her in that role. I can very clearly see why. She is very strong in her 1v1 role. And the trap is very... Don't get me wrong, the trap is very strong. You either eat... You're eating 20 damage either way, or chip damage. Because the trap is... You either block it, and you eat chip damage, or Excuse me. Where's the... There it is. Or she faints into a GB and you get GB'd. So it is a very oppressive mix-up to be put into. Now, when option selects were still a thing, Nuxia was... She was pretty strong, I would say. She was pretty strong. She still had her cow traps. Like, people didn't realize how strong she was until she got those recent buffs. Now, back then her traps counted option selects made her strong. She had cow traps. Cow traps are still strong, mind you. The feat's not completely gutted, as people say. And her job as an isolator is really damn good. But looking at everything at top level players, and because top level duel players, they have a different mindset than me in a 4v4 game mode. There are certain things that come into play that don't. But based off of my personal experience fighting a Nux in a 1v1 scenario in 4v4 game modes, I can agree. I can agree that she is S tier in that regards. I 100% agree. So, ooh, that was close. I can see why she's like that. Okay, Dimitri. Okay, Dimitri. It's good area to get coins, but do I agree with the placement? Yes, I agree with the placement. Where's... Okay, Homeboy's asleep up there. That's the one I gotta get. Now, the changes that are coming... Start off with a minor one. Hitakiri's getting some stamina reduction on her zone. It's Hitakiri. Who gives a shit about Hitakiri, to be honest? It's good for her either way, but it's Hitakiri. I don't like the state that she's in. She's very easy to play. Very easy to get into. The Lawbringer rework, to my understanding, it's definitely going to bring him up some. It's definitely going to move him up in a tier. Or hell, it might even put him up in the A tier. I don't know. Because in the testing grounds, he was strong, and they adjusted some stuff. They got his hyper armor back on his change. He's going to be more of a defensive team fighter. That is what Lawbringer is going to be. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, BP's a defensive team fighter. But LB is going to be one to where you're going to have to be very careful, because if you mess up, then you about to eat a dummy top heavy. I mean, y'all, be careful around the Lawbringer. Especially in the team fight now.
I'm overriding the spotlight security guns.
There you go.
That should do it. No more security in the printing press room.
Awesome. Now you can actually climb up these for some reason. I don't know why exactly, but you can. Next, we're gonna go deal with Neela. But more of the story, be careful of Lawbringer whenever that comes out. Or hell, by the time y'all are seeing this, y'all already gonna know.
All the guards around the nightclub. Try to find guys carrying shiny loot in their back pocket. We can pawn the good stuff for a coins back here in the safe house.
I don't think he'll see me from here. No, he won't. He don't have anything, so we can just knock him out.
Hold it, Cooper.
Constable Neela. Another policewoman hot on
So
my
the
tail.
next
Please.
topic is going to be Pirate. She got a buff. She got some recovery buffs, and
Why are you helping me out?
Rope and her heavy got buffed, which is good. Which is good. Buff Pirate. Pirate's always been horrible in 4v4s. And
So what? It takes
the
a
thing
thief
is
to
with
catch a
her
thief?
when she released, looking
that.
back on it, it was
I'm going to
a
trust you in this
Reddit
case. I need to
outcry
know that
in a
you can keep
sense.
up. Literally.
Literally.
Don't
And
fall behind.
Sly,
She had her moments where she was very oppressive,
need it to keep up with Constable
but I gotta focus on getting Neela here. Her strength is team fighting. That's what it's gonna be. Her 1v1s were never good. The unblockable is it. It's gonna force a reaction out of somebody. And her tier 3 cooldown, that takes forever to come back. Don't even need to run for this part. Neela's pathing is always weird. This jump used to give me trouble as a kid. Funny thing is, if I smack her, it ends the chase. This really just tests your ability to follow her. Yeah, see? It's fun. We'll do it again. I thought you could break the railings, but it's okay.
Sly, hold down the R1 button to run. You'll need it to keep up with Constable Neela.
Can literally just sit here and wait for her. I just found it. She doesn't like being hit no more than you do. Makes you feel bad for doing it. But like I said about Pyro, she deserved the buff. We'll see how it plays with her. And her tier 3 takes forever to come back. Her tier 1 and tier 2 are kind of her unique ones, mind you. Because everybody's going to run Bounty Hunter. The bomb is alright, unless you want to clear mid. A lot of her tier 2s are not too good. It's either Bloodlust or the that one revenge one. What's it called? Thrilling Comeback? Where you get a bar of health back? Like, if you can build her for some stalling, it'll be good. And then you run the pistol, tier 3 pistol, and then you run Indomitable or the cannon. Like, there's not really much you can do with her feats. Which, the tier 3, that feels like it comes back just as slow as the tier 4. For what it can do and for how it can be cleansed and whatnot. Whereas you got Aphira's, which... Aphira's is janky too, mind you. Because with the way that one's coded, everybody's got to be like super close. It's not as generous as Pirate's tier 3, but I nearly got that out of instinct.
Well done, Sly.
Pirate's tier 3 can be
You should work
cleansed,
well
so it depends upon how you look at it, whether or not it should be
Now, legally, I
buffed
can't
or
enter
not.
Dimitri's nightclub
I think
without
it could
warrant.
use a bit of a cooldown buff.
But I happen to have obtained a key to his back door, which a person like yourself can use.
And it can chain with her combo, meaning if you have Bloodlust and you kill somebody, like if there's those scenarios where you kill somebody in a team fight and you have
Job inside the disco if
You have
can get
Bloodlust
this piece of
active.
fine art back to the safe house in one piece. We can sell it
then
on
you can
the
use your
next
tier 3
run of
pistol.
coins.
Oh, it's disgusting. Like, the tier 3 pistol is disgusting whenever you combine it with buffs and debuffs. However, you're only really going to get to use it once per game, which is a shame. Whereas stuff like longbow you can at least use twice. Meaning if you want to use the tier 3 pistol a lot, you're gonna need to you're gonna need to get your feet early. Let's get the other treasure. There's another treasure over here somewhere. Is it up here? There's a treasure over here somewhere. There it is. There's 3 per level. I don't know if Dimitri's painting counts as one, but we'll check the other side just to be safe. Oh, that doesn't happen often where 2 guards like that. Are back to back like that with treasure. This is very risky what I'm doing, because that guard behind me could turn around at any moment and just slap me silly. I can go in there apparently as Sly, which I never knew. I just found that out. But yeah, Pirate, she's getting the love she deserves. I nearly fell down there. No treasure. Let's get in there and sell all of this. I'm gonna check his Sly one more time just to see if we got all of the treasure. I'm pretty sure we do. Unless it's somewhere on this lower area. Which I don't think it would be. Do a quick run around just to check. Is that treasure? It is treasure. I'm gonna get side distracted by the shinies, by the way. Just be prepared for that. This will save us time in the long run. Now let's check over here. No treasure. Was it over here? I could have sworn there was like something up here. No. I think that's it. That might be it. Yeah, that looks like it's it. Oh yeah, there's nothing there either. Yeah, that's it. Alright, we'll go play as Murray. And we'll do his little mission. Well then, that just happened. Yeah, might as well do that. They still down there? Yes, sir. Give me your treasure because I want that booty. Swiggity swoogity. Coming for that booty. This is a lot of gold to have early on in the game. But now the next one is the Medjay nerfs that I want to talk about. I'm sorry, y'all, because I got distracted by getting the coins. ADHD brain go burr. Rosemary. What? There we go. I don't know why that happened. like the game knew. Now, the Medjay nerfs, is it going to change anything? In my opinion, no. He's still going to be a top pick. I think he'll still be a top pick because it'll bring him in line with everybody else, but his gank is so strong. It's still going to be strong. And this will lead into talking about Orochi.
Stop to pick things up, then throw it at those alarm horns. Good luck, pal. This could get rough.
Evildoers feel my wrath.
Feel his wrath. Throw a guard at it. Get the other one. So MJ's still going to be strong. It's just his ganking potential. It's so fucking strong. Like, yeah, they nerfed Orochi's Storm Rush to where it doesn't pin, but guess what? Now that Orochi's gone, people are going to see how strong Shaolin actually is when it comes to ganking too, like the sweep gank. And you might be like, oh, his damage is nerfed. He might not be able to do 100, which is fair, base, mind you. Which is a fair point to make. It's like, oh, but you know, if he's at his base damage and he doesn't have his attack buff and his debuff that he does on people, which is fair. However, coordinated teams are going to try and get their Medjay to get that early. The earlier you get both your passives as a Medjay, the better. Oh yeah, you can hide in here actually. For some reason, I don't know why. Where do those guys come from? Yeet. Now that's done, we can go back and do the Bentley mission, and then it'll be Operation Thunderbeak, which as promised I'm going to get in its own episode because the operations are amazing. They're absolutely amazing. Now, as with Orochi being nerfed, he's only going to have his kick light gank, right? However, Shaolin and MJ will still currently, at the time of me recording, there's 100-0 with Shaolin and MJ, to where it's 100-0 with his sweep. Excuse me, sirs. Turtle on the way. There we go. Like, nothing's really gonna change, honestly, I feel, with Medjay.
Okay, Bentley. To get past the laser vents, you'll need to blow it up. Press the triangle button to drop the bomb, and then get out of the way before it explodes.
Like, I don't feel like anything's gonna change, to be honest.
Hey, Bentley, how you holding up out there in the field?
Just because, I mean, once you get his attack buff passive and then his debuffs, it's GG easy. Like, maybe the only hard part is solo queuing. It's going to be a different story. Being able to communicate and be like, hey, I need my tier 1 attack buff. Because the tier 2 or tier 1 defense buff, mind you, you're going to get naturally. Like, that's not one you have to worry about. The attack one is what you actively have to go out for. Which I feel like once a Medjay gets that, you're just back to square one with him, really. Meaning with this nerf. Scope them bitches. Gotta quick scope these hoes. But in terms of Roach being nerfed, I mean, yeah, his Orochi's ganking potential's gone. There's no way of there's no way of saying it really. Like, his ganking potential's gone. His role of a ganker is it's gone. Shaolin is gonna move up in terms of the ganker now because of the sweep gank. But I'm pretty sure people will still figure stuff out. That's where we can get some coin. Get some coin here. I wonder if there's a limit to how much coin can be on the map at a time. Feels like that sometimes, but Orochi's ganking is dead, let's be honest. Which was needed. The Storm Rush needed the nerf. It needed the nerf. There's no way of saying it. It needed it. It 100% needed it. And that's just the way it is with it. It needed to happen. But now I do feel the next problematic thing is going to be Shaolin's sweep. I feel like that's going to be the next big thing that people talk about. Because Orochi's Storm Rush gank was easy to do. Shaolin's requires a little bit of setup. Now, Storm Rush will still have its use, mind you, like with Valk. Valk bashes. Valk does bash light. Orochi Storm Rush, you sweep, because regardless, the sweep is confirmed with Storm Rush. But in terms of ganking with Medjay, his potential's like pretty much dead. Like, he'll still be able to do it, but not as effectively as he used to. So yeah, y'all gonna see a lot more Shaolin. Like, y'all gonna see a hell of a lot more Shaolin, especially with the Wukong hero skin that was leaked on accident. Y'all gonna see that a lot. Be ready for your people to learn how to flicker tech with Shaolin. Be ready for Invigorate. Because Invigorate is busted beyond relief. And people don't. A lot of players don't realize that. They don't realize how strong Invigorate is and how strong Shaolin is. I mean, people only found out about the Medjay gank being so strong and Medjay in general being so strong just because of watching top tier players. And the only ones who really knew he was that strong were the ones that would actively go out and watch the tournaments, watch the live streams, and see like, whoa, this character is actually really nutty. But a majority of your people who do their 9 to 5 then come home, they're not gonna know how strong. They weren't gonna know how strong Medjay was. Which there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong, because I mean, when you work a 9 to 5 and you come home, For Honor's normally not at the top of your list of knowing everything competitive wise. But that's my overall thoughts. To sum it all up, do I think Nuxia is S tier? In Duels, yes. Hito buff, it's a Hito buff. I'm indifferent. Lawbringer rework coming through. I think that's going to be a good one. I mean, he's already strong as is right now, playing super defensive, but people don't like that. They do not like defensive because turtling has a bad rap. The pirate buff is good. Also buff conk. Y'all heard me. Buff conk. Fight me on that. And then the Medjay nerf. It's a good thing, but I don't think it's going to solve his issue. It's just a band-aid fix is all. And then Orochi's ganking potential is dead. He dead. His potential is gone, and Shaolin's gonna take his place. And I feel like in the next big update, we are possibly gonna, not this update, or it'd be the previous update, because the time y'all are seeing this, it'll be a Friday, meaning the update's already out. But I feel like the next update is gonna be a Shaolin nerf because of Invigorate, unless they somehow sneak it in. But if they did, then who knows? This is past Ian trying to think forward in the future with these devs. You never know what the devs are gonna do. Regardless, Shaolin, you're gonna see a lot more of them, and I think people are gonna realize just how much of an issue he really can be. But with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed. The next episode is going to be Operation Thunderbeak. It's just dedicated to Thunderbeak. No matter how long it is or how quickly I get it through, Operation Thunderbeak is going to be its own video. So with that being said, don't forget to check out my Twitch. I stream on my off nights, internet depending, twitchtv.com/next1844. Also, stop on by. I'd love to see some new faces. Become a Seal Baby. Get you some emotes. Now, don't forget to like and subscribe, become a Seal Baby here on the channel. I love seeing the new faces, and I love that y'all have been enjoying this series that I go through. So, with all that being said, I hope all y'all enjoyed, and I'll see all y'all in the next one.